Oops.
Okay, go, there you go.
Hi everyone, Sarah here from the Paper Cut. Hang on, I gotta check and make sure that I have sound and video. Okay.
It's been a day.
Okay. All right, so I do have sound and video, and yes, you heard my mom saying it's been a day because we had our this is Crafters Classroom on the Paper Cut page, which we will repost to Crafters Classroom after we're done. But anyways, we had our comment sold live sale this morning, and for some reason in the middle of it, Facebook suspended our account while my mom was Johnny on the spot and clicked whatever button to dispute it or to unsuspend it, and they did, but we had about 15 minutes of trying to figure out what the heck to do. So anyways, a little frazzled. We're doing Crafters Classroom today. However, I didn't sell a kit ahead of time, which is okay because we're having our virtual warehouse sale week, and this is the last day of our virtual warehouse sale week. So on our website right now, and I know I'm not supposed to do this till the end, but I'm just doing it now because it's been a morning and I might forget by the end. So on our website, the sale code is 250FF for 25% off your purchase. So if you like doing the library pocket book kit, which is also similar to the flip book kit or the mini accordion book kit, which I can grab one, they're close enough, and show you, then you can get those at 25% off. So, because basically all you need is the book kit plus a piece of 12 by 12 paper and another piece of 8.5 by 11 or 12 by 12 to cut up, plus the kit, plus your photos and any embellishments you want. So we're gonna head down to the table just so I can regroup.
Okay,
Okay.
you're there.
So anyways, first I realized I was out of tape, so I started to do that before I said, oh, bummer, and I might have said crap, and that's why Facebook kicked me off. So I'll try to refrain from that. But anyways, I realized I was out of tape, so I'm just rethreading my tape gun, and then we will get on to a library pocket book kit, or if you have a flip book kit or a mini accordion book kit, it's kind of using the same accordion spine. And this will be saved. We're going to move it over to Crafters Classroom as soon as we're done. And I'm probably going to go a little bit faster than what I normally do from when you guys have a kit that you're following along. So, but you can always stop and start me.
So, Sarah, do you want me to put a link up?
Not yet.
Okay,
After we're done. You've been linking it after we're done.
all right.
Because I don't know if you can do that in the group. So you have to wait till the video's done and then you can share it. That's what you've done in the past.
Okay,
Yeah, you've shared it onto the Crafters Classroom page.
okay.
Yeah. So anyways, Library Pocket Book Kit is this kit. So it kind of looks like that. And then these slide up and down. So there's 12 pockets, 5 that are back to back, and then one on the inside cover, back and front covers. And you can put pictures on all 12, plus you have inserts, and you could put pictures on the front and the back of your inserts. So technically you could put 36 pictures there, or you can use some for journaling or whatever. So that's the Disney one. The flip book kit is the same type of concept with the same accordion spine, except it's got these littler pockets that pull out sideways. And again, 12 pockets. You can decorate the front and the back. So you could put 36 pictures in there. It's just a different type of look and different size. So this one is more holds your, 4 by 5 picture, 4 by 6. This one, I believe these are 3 and 3¾ by 3¾ So, or there's the mini book kit, which is just this little spine accordion kit that you can put pages in. So it's a simpler one because there's nothing that pulls in and out. 12 pages front and back. Or actually, no, 12 pages total. So that's the library pocketbook kit. Again, if you want to order, order during the sale so you can get 25% off, just make sure to enter the sale code at the end. So it's not, you're not going to look for these. My mom can link the library book kits page, like under scrapbooking, Mom, on my website.
Yeah, I just went, I typed in library and I came up with all kinds of them, but the white one or the black one or?
Well, if you go to scrapbooking on the side.
Okay.
And then book kits, then you should be able to link the whole page that shows all of them.
Okay.
I thought you were talking about the video before when you were talking about linking.
No.
I misunderstood.
That's okay. I know.
I was talking and you were giving me this blank look back. But anyways, okay, in the library pocketbook kit, there's 12 inserts. There's 12 library pockets. There's a spine accordion, and then there's cover board. Now, depending on which one, we used to have book board that was thicker and we would put just, 2 in. Now it's a little bit thinner, so to give you some more bulk, we put 4 in that we're going to tape back to back. So that's what we're going to do first. We're going to set the pockets aside. There are directions. I really think that it's easier to watch me do it than read the directions. So we're going to start with our spine and our front and back covers. So first we're going to tape our front and back covers together just to, like I said, firm them up a little bit. And then I did cut a piece of scrapbook paper of 12 by 12 that I'm going to use. So I like to, instead of just setting them down, I like to put it on a flat surface so I can make sure they're totally even. So that's all you're doing is taping those two together. Front and back covers. And then I did cut 2 pieces of pattern paper. Now this is cardstock, so it's a little bit thicker. And it doesn't bend around the corners as easily, but we can make it work. So I'm going to take my taped together ones and I'm going to, now it says 7 by 8.5. I think I cut them a hair bigger, just because I like a bigger fold to come in. So I'm just going to use tape. Now you want a strong adhesive. If you have time, you can use glue. You just have to make sure it dries, kind of between steps when you're using a tape runner. You don't use one of the little tape runners. It's just not strong enough adhesive. But the ATG does have pretty good adhesive, or the red line. Or I think people use purple tape too. I've heard that. Okay, now it does say to miter the corners, so you're basically going to cut those corners off because you're going to fold them in, and if you don't cut that corner out of there, you end up with a lot of bulk. Now, you could, cut in straight where your folds are. And my directions tell you to cut at an angle going across like that. I usually do kind of like a scoopy type thing. So, but you want to just be close enough to that corner, but not too far away and not close. If you cut right up to that corner might stick out, so it won't be totally covered. If you're too far away from that corner, it's going to get bulky in that corner. So it's like a fine line. You want to be the depth of this book board away. And like I said, you can go straight across, or I kind of cut it like the scoopy thing, because then when I overlap them, if I didn't cut straight, here I didn't cut I was a little bit close on there, but I have a little white spot. When I cut straight across, I get that nice angled in. So it's just kind of up to you. If I angle them, if you cut straight across and you don't have the right angle, sometimes they don't match, which mine matched perfectly over there. My little scoopy thing was right here, And here was a little scoopy thing where I was a little off. So let's try this one going straight. See, that one was a little off too, but I'm not that picky, so I'm good. So I'm going to use my adhesive, and I'm going to put it all the way around. And because I used the cardstock, I'm going to use like extra adhesive just to make sure it doesn't pop up, because it is the cardstock versus text weight paper. So it's going to want to pop up. So now I put it all the way around, and I'm going to also put it on the inside of here. So it's going to attach to the inside plus the outside. And yes, this would be a case where if you're using the cardstock, the glue is going to stick it really good once it's dry. You just have to allow some dry time. With this two-sided tape, sometimes the pressure of the cardstock wanting to pop back up will pop it back up over time depending on your adhesive. So I was never a glue girl, but glue has some applications where the glue, if you glue it good, isn't going to pop up. So I'm going to miter my corners again on my other one. I'm doing both the front and the back cover. And like I said, you could go straight across. You could come in straight. I kind of do this scoopy thing. And then I'm going to follow the outside of my paper around with my tape gun. Again, don't use the little tape runners. They're usually not strong enough. And that's why I filled my 1/2-inch tape gun, just so I had more adhesive than my 1/4-inch. I have my 1/4-inch sitting right here, but okay. And then I'm going to do right here, because then I'll have this inside and the outside portion.
YouTube is doing that goofy thing again, and I'm finding your Crafter's Classroom today, Sarah, but
YouTube is doing what?
I'm watching YouTube, and it says virtual.
Oh.
I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't
I've
know why
updated
either.
it. I've done all kinds of things.
Because I did change it.
I know. It says Crafter's Classroom Library Pocket here,
Yeah.
but here,
Oh, on YouTube, it's showing the wrong title.
yeah.
All right. So now we are going to go to, we have our front and back covers. Yay. We're going to go to the spine accordion. Now this is, it comes with the cream one, but I'm just going to show you with a white one, just initially. So we have our, where did I even put my cream? Oh, it's right next to me, duh. So for folding this, normally the bumps are the inside and the indents are the outside. But when you're doing a spine accordion, you need it to fold back and forth. So not every score, like all the scores were done on the same side when we put it on our big press. It's a die and it goes ka-clunk, 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 and it, pushes the paper down. So technically, when you're accordion back and forth, you want one score on one side, one score on the other. But that's not the way our equipment works. So ours are just scored all one way. So you're going to start out by just easing the scores, not folding them on top of each other, but just folding them all towards the bump. So I'm folding them all towards the bump at first. And I'm going to do it with my cream one too.
You'd have to have 2 dies to do that, Sarah, if you wanted to do it, and then you'd have to run them through twice as many times.
Yeah,
And, oh
so
God, it's not worth it.
cost effective.
Yeah.
So again, I'm folding it. You could do one die, you just have to move it. You would have to have
Yes.
them 2 inches apart.
Yes.
Do one and
But-
then move your die or your paper on the press. But yeah, it's not a little press, it's like a big printing type press. So to set it up, it's not cost effective to do it twice and then run it all twice. So anyways, I did that. Now I'm going to go and I'm going to fold it back and forth the way the accordion goes. Technically, these should all pile on top of each other because they are scored 1 inch apart. And that one did. Occasionally, and I'm going to go and do my other one. Occasionally it doesn't. And if it doesn't, I'm going to see if I can do it the opposite way and see if I can get it to not do it so I can show you what to do. Oh, so that one worked pretty good too. Well, it's a little bit. So sometimes it skews one way or the other. So when I say skew, it's kind of like not all piled up on top of each other. I made this one skew a little bit, but if that happens, you're just going to go back and fold it opposite. And when you fold it opposite, then they should all pile on top of each other. If they don't, you might have to take your bone folder and like manhandle it and force it. But technically they are scored 1 inch apart, so they should be that way. But occasionally, because we're not folding it the correct way. So now for taping, you are going to put tape. And I'm not going to tape my demo one because I'm going to save that one as a demo. You're going to put tape on panel 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. I'm going to write that on my demo one. But then I'm only going to tape my good one. So tape on panel 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Okay, so there's my guide. I'm going to put tape on panel 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Now when you're putting it, I'm going to fold this again just so I can show you. But so because of the, I can show you with one of these. So with the accordion, it'll start to pull apart. So don't put it all the way at the top of the mountains, because then it's going to be squished in there like that and it's going to have more of a tendency to pull apart and expose your adhesive. So put it from the middle of the mountain down towards the valley. Just because then it is going to want to expand just because of all this bulk in there. But then when it expands a little bit, it's not going to expose your adhesive. And you can always do what I did on my Disney one where I put like a spine or a cover over that spine. But because it's going to pull apart a little bit anyways because of the bulk you're putting in the kit, put it from like the middle of the mountain down, not all the way at the tippy top of the mountain. So again, I'm going to put tape on panel 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. I'm using a 1/2 inch tape. So I'm going to start at the top, go all the way to the bottom, but see how I'm not at the very tippy top of the mountain. I'm more in the middle of the mountain down. So panel 2, 4, 6, 8, and I did put it from edge to edge, and 10. So I've got tape on panel 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Now I'm going to take and I'm going to fold this right back on top of each other. And that's my accordion spine. So now this I refer to as my NBC peacock. See, we've got the NBC peacock. And when I hold all of the taped together ones, that's my paper airplane. So that's my paper airplane. So I'm going to hold it like a paper airplane. I've got my 2 single ones and I've got my taped ones. So this is my NBC peacock. I can take all the feathers together And now I've got my paper airplane. And I'm going to miter these edges. And let me show you why. So when I say mitering, we're just cutting them at an angle, just because otherwise it just looks, I think it looks better. You can leave them straight where they go straight across, but I like to miter them, so cut them at an angle. And again, this is the same technique for the library pocketbook kit and the flip book kit. So I'm going to hold it like my paper airplane. I'm going to trim one, and I don't trim it all the way up to the score because I don't want it to rip down the score. But then I can bring the next one over and I can trim them all the same. Bring the next one over. 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 And then finally bring my last one over. Then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I could grab one of these sniblets and pick it up and make the exact same angle at the top and the bottom. I'm just not that picky. It's close enough. You know, if you give a handmade book to somebody and they tell you that your angles are off by like 5 degrees, they are like, it's kind of like the commercial where the guy kicks the person out of the house because he says something about the real live pet food. So yeah, they don't get any more handmade books if they're complaining that you're off by a little bit. So anyways, so that is our accordion spine. This piece I'm going to put away. Now I'm going to take my covers, lay them next to each other, and this is going to attach. So if we have it like a paper airplane and we put the word tape on the top of our paper airplane, then we know those two are attaching to our covers. So, and they have to go to the, what am I trying to say? I've had people do them where they stick the wrong way. So they stick it to the, that's what they do. They stick it to the outside. So it's opening up to the outside instead of the inside. But if you have your paper airplane and you write the word tape on them, those are what's sticking to your panels. And then you have your fan going across the middle, where I've had people tape it on there the wrong way, like this, and then their spine is opening to the outside. So if you write the word tape, you know that those two are taping to your book covers. So I'm going to put tape on one of my top of my paper airplane, and I can attach it. And I'm attaching it fairly close to the edge, maybe not right up against it in case I am slightly skewed. And I gotta turn this so I can work from this direction. But now we know that this tape one is going to go onto the other book cover. So tape is going to go there, and I can fold my book cover on top of it, or I can open it. I prefer to hold it flat and put my book cover. But you can see that if we put tape there and put our other cover right next to it, you know, that's the inside of our book. Of course, I'm taking my finger and rolling any tape in. I do need to turn it just because I work better this way. I'm lining up my book covers, giving it a, and then, no, I had one with my fleur-de-lis going up. Oh no, they go up and down on the pattern paper, so it doesn't matter. So now I just want to cover this inside part. I believe the instructions tell you what size to cut it, but I didn't look at them. So this is 6.5, and this I believe is 5. So I'm just going to cut it shortly, right? Is that 5 by 6.5? Yep, it's 5 by 6.5. So I'm going to cut a piece of paper just like 1/8 of an inch smaller. So this is your other piece of paper that you need to add in. So you need to add paper for your front and back cover, and you need to add paper just to cover this inside part. So 4 7/8. And 4 7/8. And it might end up being slightly under depending on how far in your book spine was from the edge. I'm going to save my scraps because those I can use throughout the book. And then, what did I say it was? 6.5? Well, my trimmer doesn't go that high. Yes, so 6.5, so 6 3/8. My trimmer does not go to 6 3/8. So again, I am just gonna guess. I'm gonna extend that, and then I might need to adjust it after. My trimmer doesn't go that high, so yes. There we go. Okay. So this one I'm going to cut to the same. I do have a trimmer that has like an arm that folds out. This one only goes to 6 inches. Oh well. You make do with what you have. Okay, so now this piece is going to cover up that first spine and the inside cover. So I can put tape on this whole thing. And again, if you're using glue, you know, that's fine because glue actually is a more permanent, great bond, but you have to allow for dry time in between steps. Like the spine, you need that to be totally dry. Okay. Oh, did you, Kathleen? Kathleen said she doesn't know how we're both still standing. Well, Kathleen, we're gonna be. I'm gonna be for sure reclining soon. I think we're both gonna be reclining soon. But thank you.
Yeah. For a while we thought we were going into a puddle, but we all held it together and everybody supported everybody, including her.
Do I have kits? Wendy, I did not pre-sell kits for this because we just have our library pocket book kit. And we had our virtual event going on this week, so I didn't get my act together to pre-sell kits, but I figured that you could watch me and then you could order during our sale and then get 25% off, because really it's just this kit and then you need 2 pieces of pattern paper, one for the front, and this could be a solid piece of paper. So yeah, if I would have sold the kit, I just didn't want to, well, A, I got behind in time, and B, I just figured you could order the kit, get it on sale, and then put it together after the fact. Because this isn't going to be a project you're going to finish during the 45 minutes. So, because you need your own pictures and stuff. So the next step is the library pockets. And I'm just going to show you a few of the library pockets just to get how you attach the first few pockets in there.
So I've got a link someplace there. Where the heck is it?
Oh, I think it was up at the top of the post.
No, I had it under comments.
So yeah, the sale code, and I know I'm only supposed to say it at the end, is 250FF. But I think Jennifer's, I think I have 45 minutes, and I think Jennifer's on right after me. So I will post this up to the Crafters Classroom page, but I do want to show you how to get the first 3 pockets done. So for the tape tabs, you're going to fold the tape tab in and I just put tape on top of the tape tab, and I'm doing it for 3 of them while I have my tape in my hand. So you put tape on top of the tape tab, and then you're just folding the other flap. So yeah, we will get this uploaded. It'll always be on my Facebook page and on my YouTube. But it'll also be in Crafter's Classroom after we get it uploaded. So these are folded in, and then you just fold this flap down, or I like to just fold this up. Doesn't matter, either way. There's your pockets. So I fold that in. And I'm just going to show you how to get the first 3 going. And then your inserts fit inside there. Now, you can put ribbon in here. You can just use circles on here. On the sample that I have on this picture, I just took a flap of cardstock. I didn't want the circle. I just took a rectangle to make a little pull tab. Don't do buttons. I did that once, and the buttons were too thick and my book never closes, so it stays open. So if you do buttons, do them, because I did buttons attached to ribbon. Alternate them so your book closes, because when you have all the buttons back to back, it doesn't close. So anyways, right now we're going to take our first pocket and we're going to attach it to the inside front cover. I do put it pretty close to the bottom, because once I get my insert in there, you don't want to do it up too high, because then it'll show. So I do it fairly close to the bottom, maybe 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch up. So I'm going to just put adhesive on the back of one of my pockets. And I'm just going to attach it. Now, don't put it all the way into this score right here, because if you put it all the way in, it gets too bulky in there. So that's why it's moved a little ways out from your score. But also not too far towards this edge, because otherwise it starts to migrate to the outside. As you're putting your pockets in, they start to migrate a little. Why, you ask? I don't know. It's just because you're doing it, and it just does. So now, this next one, these next 2 get attached to this first spine. See how the library pockets sandwich the spine? So they sandwich the spine. But to get them all lined up, this is what I do. I kind of put one of my pockets on top of my first pocket. I put tape right here, and then I fold my spine down. So tape on the right edge. Line my pockets up so they're lined up, and then I take my spine and I push it on top of it. So now I've got those first 2 pockets lined up. Now this one, I can put tape on this whole back and then line those pockets up. And then it's just a so forth and so on thing. So now I'm got tape on the whole back, and now I'm sandwiching that first spine piece between that first pocket, or that second pocket. Okay, now let me do one more.
Yeah, Facebook is being wonky today. It's doing some really weird things, but
Is
you're
it
okay.
doing something weird now?
Oh, Penny Blaylock said that, and I'm seeing it doing funny things on my computer. But
Yeah, when we were on Comment Sold before, Facebook decided to suspend my account in the middle of a live.
that was a trip.
Oh my gosh, that made me go a little weird.
Yeah.
So, folding my pocket up. So now my next one, I'm going to do the same thing I did on the brown one, but now I'm going to put this one on, I'm going to line it up. I'm going to put tape on this right hand side, line it up, and then I am going to fold my spine in. And now I'm on to my next one that I'm going to make my next pocket and put it right here. So then I end up with all of my pockets. They're back to back, and they sandwich the spine. Then my inserts are going to fit in here. And again, you can put whatever topper you want on your insert. You can do a circle, you can do a rectangle, you can do ribbon. You could round the corners if you wanted to. So yeah, we've got the library pocketbook kit in, I'm using the autumn colors because my daughter and her fiance went hiking, so they have some like Montana pictures, and I figured that might be good for these colors. There's also black and white, which is super easy, especially if you have pictures that are all over the place in color. Just get your pictures converted to black and white. Bingo bango, you are set to go. Or there's Disney colors, there's beach, there's cream, there's plain white, there's creams and tans, there's birthday colors, which are brighter ones. So anyways, and the flip book kit, you know, basically the same. White, this one I just used blues and greens to color. This is a black and white one, so again, get your pictures in black and white. There's that. And then I have my Disney one here, which you know, put different pictures. I mean, it's super easy as far as scrapbooking because you're just embellishing a little and putting your, the picture almost covers up the whole thing. So anyways, thanks for joining me today, guys, in Crafters Classroom. Remember that our coupon code is 25OFF on our website. It's on the checkout page between the shipping drop down and the payment, or right above that. This is the last day of our sale, but yeah, if you want to make a library pocketbook kit, this is a great time to get one and try it out. Or the flip book kit. So thanks much, guys. Have a great day. We'll